Alrighty, welcome everyone. I am Geary, and this is a drawing stream. Today, we will be drawing Ling from Arknights. Her banner is just around the corner, so I figured it was about time. She's quite a cute dragon girl and summons really powerful dragons to do your bidding and that sort of stuff. So yeah, this will be cool. Anyways, without further ado, let's get going. Let's see. So I think I want to start with some kind of shoulder line in there. We'll pull this arm back just a little bit. Let's sketch our rib cage in a bit. Maybe get that leg forward, that leg more down, and I want to get our big sword sweeping through like that or something, and kind of wrapped around it, just because I like that arc. But more importantly, I had an interesting idea for the background and stuff, which is she does a lot of paint. She's often portrayed in a very painterly style. I wanted to see if I could try and do like a bunch of like autumn leaves blowing there, because the orange is going to contrast well with the blues of her design and stuff. So I wanted to use the sword to kind of help guide the flow of the leaves. Anyway, let's get back to the sketching. Let's see, look at our kind of neck in here. I want to keep a bit of separation between the back and arm there. Just kind of get the abdomen lines. That might be a little long for our abdomen, actually. It's a frequent mistake we make here. Which also makes the sword a little too long. So, or not the sword, but the arm. There we go. That's a bit better. A bit closer to what we're looking for. Let's see. Got our rib cage box here. For the other arm, we can just kind of have it pulled slightly in front of her, maybe pull it into a fist or something here, and have it holding the chain for her gourd. Let's start sketching in ahead. Let's get the marshmallows in there. She's got moderately big ones, so we're going to have to pay attention to that, make sure we respect them. nice cup of coffee. All right. Let's take a look. Hairstyle. She's got like, her horns are kind of, we draw the crown of the head, or the middle line going back of the head. We're going to x-ray a little bit here. Her horns are coming from that middle line specifically on either side. Let's see. They're kind of short. Thin. Alright. This other one. This one actually, yeah, with perspective, it's going to point. It's going to feel very short because it's pointing pretty far back. This one should be more over, I think, like that or something. Something in there. We can worry about them later, but let's see. Next, it's got like a ponytail, and I think we'll. Could we? No. What if? Yeah. How long is her ponytail? It's actually not nearly that long. So let's sweep through that way with it, so we can kind of match this flow, and we'll put a little bit of a downturn right at the bottom to direct you, direct the viewer into the gourd, which if we do this right and we put enough curve in the sword, we can use that to kind of pull back up, and then we can put something like put our kind of like a piece of the background, or maybe her dragon back here, actually. And then have the dragon face her, pull back into the picture. Get that nice looping flow. And put the curve of the dragon spirit there. There, and you get this nice circular loop going around the painting. Trying to better understand composition and stuff. You know, it takes practice. Maybe we should pull the dragon farther out? Actually, no, we shouldn't pull the dragon farther out. We just need to fill the painting. There we go. A little bit more like that, yeah. Actually, no, let us pull that dragon just slightly farther out. Where's my lasso? Maybe more out here and bigger. Like that, and let's move her in more down here. Yeah, that should have some good flow to it, I think. Alrighty. let's, I guess, get in there and start painting a bit more of her design specifically. Or now we have the rough sketch outlines and stuff. Let's see. So she's got nice popped collar, which goes on the jacket, wraps out and around the marshmallows. Maybe a little bit of a curve up there. Let's see, we'll pop this side of the collar. We can pop it kind of open too. It's gonna be pretty thin, just because the edge is facing pretty close to us. Let me zoom out a bit on my reference here so I can see what her design actually looks like. Okay, she's got like several layers of stuff going on here. So we have like a coat under a coat with a shirt under it. Alright, so we got like, this is like the inner coat. And this goes up to tie, a second collar inside the collar. Let's do something like that. She's got kind of long. I need to learn what these are. They're not bangs. They're those pieces that kind of connect off the side. Let me help use these to kind of reinforce the ponytail, though. I got to be careful, though. That one can come out and help reinforce it. This one we'll just cut across the body. And there we go. Something like that will work. Cut across the body, but curve towards the sword still. Let's see. The marshmallow covering. Let's see, and then there's like another layer of coat stuff here. Got like a, let's see, how is this? It's with a and zigzags, something. That-ish or something, and then finally out. Because it's like pleats of cloth there. Never seen a pleated shirt like that. Alright, we're gonna have to be careful with this because it's running counter to the flow of the sword. Maybe we pull it up a bit, or we could just be careful and make sure we cover all this in like orange and leaves and to the point where it's not really visible. We can vaguely sketch in the like wood panels and stuff on the inside. I assume that's some kind of armor sort of deal. I actually have no idea why you would wear a coat with, like, sheets of wood on the inside like that. Unless it's armor. Let's see. And then she's got, like, short shorts. As a lot of the girls in Arknights have very short shorts. But it's okay. We like short shorts here. Let's see. All that. Gluteus maximus there, or whatever. Showing through. 'Cause that's how short those shorts are. We're gonna get a little bit of folding going on here and here and here. Just kind of shaping that. It's like a woven belt. Pull that over there for the legs, something like that. And there's going to be another knee over here-ish. I don't know. I don't really want to be drawing this down here. It's too much to handle for this quick of a painting. Let's try and fix up these shoulders, because we definitely drew them a bit too chunky. We don't need to worry too much about the exactness of the arm, as she is wearing kind of a bulky sleeve, and we can use the wind that we've got here to pull our bulky sleeve up behind the arm and help reinforce our spiral. Something like that. He's gonna be at start getting this hand in just a little bit. We don't need to do too much with it, because again, bulky sleeve and mostly behind other stuff. But we do want to at least acknowledge its presence. Something like that. And then there'll be like the trail of beads there connecting with her hand. I got a good look at her sword here. It's a bit elaborate. Let's see, it's got like a lantern and a dragon and all kinds of stuff going on. Alright, so it's got quite a chunky handle for starters. see. There and there. Yeah, that'll work. We can start with that chunky, or not chunky handle. It has a chunky guard. I guess the handle's chunky too, but specifically I was referring to the guard at the time. It is thick and bulky. Not the kind of guard I would want on a sword. Maybe it's not quite that big around. It's a bit more... There, that's probably about right. And she's got like this dragon wrapped around the handle. And then hanging from the thing is a lantern, which I think I want to put also being blown by the wind. So just so we can help keep reinforcing that the heavy wind feeling and keep that spiral going. This is actually a bit tighter because if we point the lantern down, it'll pull you out of the spiral. And then there's like scraps of cloth and stuff, so. There we go. Something like that. And then there is off the back end of the sword, or scabbard. Is it a straight sword? It appears to be. We're going to be putting a little bit of curve into it, mostly for the sake of our spiral. But off the back of the sword, we have a like coin on a string medallion sort of deal. Which we can use to pull up in that spiral there. Let's get a little more body into that hair. Can kind of get in there and reinforce our chin just a little bit. Let's vaguely indicate eyes and stuff. I do like the way the original artist drew her smile, so we're going to be trying to get a little bit of that going in. So chin should be a little more like that. We're still pretty rough sketch, so no worries if it's not looking great. There we go, something like that. What's this? Is that like some kind of comb or something on her head? Is that right on her ponytail? It's hard to tell. Can't really see it very well. We'll pull the ponytail out here. Okay, is that everything? No, there's still her outer jacket did not get pulled in very well, so kind of block the edge of this in, but we're largely going to try and lose it, I guess, so that you can't really tell that it's there too much. And maybe we can pull a little bit up into that to help do the spiral motion there. And then we're not going to see it like at all on the other side. Like it's going to be completely behind her with the wind. Let's see, and I guess we're actually going to get like a nice little belly button here. Alright, I think that about does it for the laying everything out. So I'm going to drop a new layer in. We got our sketches. We don't really need to worry about the dragon. It's going to be painted in pretty lightly anyway. Let's get some color in there. Let's see, she's got some kind of dull teals. It's like her main color, which is why we went with like the autumn orange. Oh, right. And I wanted to do something right on this layer. Took the time to set up those layer style things, so I can, in theory, maybe use them to make this cool. To like auto outline stuff. In this one, we're doing as kind of a chunkier outline as we do sketch in the bulk of the body. And we'll use a second one that I made for a finer one when we do like the stray strands of hair and the ponytail and other more minor details. Like right here actually is a great time. We'll pull out the fine hair one and we'll go oh, didn't click it. There, we can drop these in on and kind of scatter them a little bit, and that layer style does all the outlining work all on its own. Which actually, let me do those with an ink brush, or a sharper ink brush, I should say. Let's go a bit smaller. Not happy with them. Also, let's put that behind. And let's see, this here is our ponytail, so we're gonna go choom, 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 just to get that. She has a big chunk of hair that's not ponytail too. Shoot. Nope. That's what this is now. We'll just fill this all in with a hair kind of curving down like that. Most of this will end up behind the body, and we can go back to here. Let's get a skin tone in on the face. That neck might be a bit long. We'll pull the chin down just a little bit to compensate. We can actually pull the hair down a bit more too. Something in there? I don't know. Like that. Yeah, that's close-ish. Let's see if this is all skin tone here. And here. And here. Let's see. Let's grab a very light pale blue for our coat and stuff. That might honestly have too much color in it. Actually, it might have been okay if we had left it, because we're going to have to do something with the background here. Speaking of backgrounds, maybe we should paint that in at some point here. Let's get a little bit more kind of her bulk in. Let's see, it's going to be this part of the coat here. This is all coat here. Let's shave that off as it is not coat. It'd be something like that. Let's grab our kind of orangey browns and quickly get our sword in. And our lantern as well. We can use a bright orange for that. as well as her shorts. Does she have any other? Let's see, that's skin tone here. As well as over here. Oh, brown would probably also be a great base for our board. And now that we are a little bit farther along, if we return our hair we dropped off there, it'll pop back on. We get to keep our outlines and everything. Okay, let's see, I want to drop a far background. That's going to be a foreground color layer. Let's do our real background there. Let's start with kind of a dull gray orange over the whole thing. We'll worry about the other colors in a bit. But dropping this over the whole thing will give us kind of a base to work with. Let's see, and then up here we'll do like a. This is so we can kind of highlight the dragon popping off here. We'll put like a big mass of orange leafy nonsense. She's often depicted with like water and stuff, so let's get some like grays for like a pond or something out here. And darken some of those, maybe even slightly blue shift. We want to keep it pretty gray just so it doesn't contrast too heavily with or doesn't line up too much with her, where we actually have our color, because she doesn't have, her coloring is not very bright. So we gotta make sure the background is either in the orange or very dull blue range. We can get some more like maple autumn sort of leaves going on over there. And then down here, I don't really want to see like anything, if I'm completely honest. So we'll just replace that whole area with leafy nonsense. Let me just turn my brush to a color scatter. Come on. Will you please color scatter correctly? Oh, you're doing apply per tip. That's what's going on. There we go. Stop it. Okay. Man, I can't get the size I want on this thing. I want like right in there. There. That's probably too much color scatter, and the brush again is not big enough. There we go. That's what we're looking for. Let's see. Start painting those a little thinner as we head that way. And then we're going to want a few smaller ones. No, not that small. Kind of falling back this way, helping reinforce that spiral. There we go. That kind of gets that nice spirally motion going through. We'll use some of those more medium-sized stripes for here. Grab a few of those smaller ones for over here again, just so we got an indication of what's going on. Can we get a few more of those medium ones right in here? Nice, nice. That's perfect. Whoosh. All the leaves spiraling. All right. That'll work for the base of the background there. And then let's see if we can drop in between here our dragon. See, it's in that just dark teals and stuff. So let's see if we can go here, and what we'll draw it in a bit heavy, and then we'll fade it so it's got that translucent look. And maybe reinforce some stuff a bit after that. Oh, gotta turn that color dynamics back off. A little brighter, so we can pop the horn out and actually see it. Let's see. Pull this a little bit more forward into a proper snoot. A proper snoot. Let's see. Let's get a little touch darker here so we can kind of pull it into the eye shapes. Alright, let's start shaping out the bottom jaw. It's got a bit of a more square nose, so let's square that off. And then we can kind of start pulling in those whiskers and stuff. We'll run them with the spiral as well, vaguely. Let's start pulling in a bit lighter colors here so we can start seeing more of the roundness of the body. on that. I know it says Ling stream and we're supposed to paint Ling, but we need to get enough of the other stuff going on in this painting that we can actually paint Ling and have her look right. Because right now there's too many unknowns to getting her colors correct. Let's get a little bit of that. It's got like those furs and beards and whatnot. We'll reinforce those a little bit. Let's pull out the shape of this. I can start pulling in that. Let's get those teeth in there. Anchor those a bit. There we go. Like little furs and spikes off the chin as well. Add a little bit of brow ridge. Reinforce that. Gotta get this lung dragon really lung-like. Nostril. Let's see. Then let's use this darker stuff to kind of draw the back outline of our beards and beard spikes. And we can then come back in and like highlight and separate. All right, and we can use this dark again to separate the whisker back out. Okay. Oh, that can start pulling the horn out a little bit. Give it a little bit of shadowing and highlighting so it stands out. Let's do the same thing over here, but in reverse. Let's get some of those like hair markings out here. And let's see, let's pull like a little bit more fierceness into this eye. I think we need to shape the head just a little sharper too. Yeah, that's starting to get there. Can start adding a little bit of scale texture to some of these spots, just so it has that feeling of dragony-ness. And we'll use a layer mask to kind of pull to fade it out a little bit too when we're done, so it doesn't look nearly as overbearing as it currently is. No, not that one. Let's do the fine outline. And I'm actually going to adjust the color on this very quickly. As well as, let's drop that to a 3 and drop the opacity a bit. No, let's actually keep the opacity nice and high. Just give it a little bit of that outline look. We don't want a ton, though, yet. There. Now we put a layer mask in, and oh, interesting. And how about if we do this? Can we apply the effects? I bet I can if I just do that. Did that apply? Yes. Yes, it did. Cool. And then let's put our layer mask on. We can fade it out nicely. Like that. There we go. Interesting. There's a thought. What if we... no, I don't... It's probably doable, but I think we're going to just do that for our dragon. Let's pull in a little bit lighter grays right near our horizon here. Let's bring in just a little bit of blue-gray as we get towards the actual sky. Just kind of really softening this. In Ling's base design, they use a lot of very watercolory style things, so we want to be very soft and kind of emulate that here. Let's pull that up in front. And do I have a leaf brush? I might. Special effects brushes. No. I wish I had a leaf brush right now. Oh. I do have a couple brushes labeled watercolor brush. I wonder how well those would actually work to do that. I don't think I've ever used them. It's hard to say. Alright, well, I guess we don't have a leaf brush, so we're going to have to just manually draw a few leaves into this so we can get that appearance of maple leaves flying. That doesn't look anything like a leaf. Let's see, what is the shape of a maple leaf? It's kind of laddish. Yeah, something like that. The exact shape isn't terribly important, and sometimes they like curl over. We'll manually adjust our color a little bit. So we can just call out a few specific leaves, but we don't want to do that many. And that one kind of implies that maple leaf shape. Let's get a little redder here. Yeah, we can just keep sketching in these vague leaf shapes here to obscure what's happening in the here. Okay. And then let's want to make that outline a lot more subtle on these, like one maybe. Oh, that's nice. I want like a one maybe. I want that more subtle. Yeah, something like that. Just because I don't want them like being a major thing and all. Anyway, we'll have that apply. Yeah, it gives me a little bit, but not a lot of it, which is exactly where we want it. And then we're gonna duplicate. Yep. Now let's duplicate and shift down slightly, drop it behind, and darken up. Just gives us a little bit of shadow and all that. Real quick. Without having to pay too much attention to them. And we can merge those. And duplicate them one more time. Pull into a Actually, let's zoom out just a little bit more. Pull them down here, just so we can add a bit of noise. Very slightly drop the color saturation, and maybe a very slight shift, just so they feel a little bit different. And we can add more, and it gives us a lot more leaves, and they start overlapping a bit and stuff. Anyways, that gets that. Now the only thing left, I think, is to get Ling actually looking good here. So, give me just one moment. Okay. That's those. Can I actually pull those up just a little bit more, maybe? Yeah, we can. Just so they still feel, so they occupy a little more space and stuff. All right. Need to label some of these layers. We got a lot of layers. So I need a moment to organize them. What is this? What is this? I don't know what this is at all, what this layer does. It might just be a dead layer. Let's just delete it. Right, that was one of our sketch layers. Do we need it still? Does it still? Yeah, it's probably worth keeping. Let's actually, I think it's worth keeping enough that we're going to duplicate it slightly, offset it slightly, rotate it slightly, just so that we can then hue shift it a little bit more yellow, and have some more variety in the colors being blown through there. And we'll pull that a bit more down here. And let's what did I just... Oop. Not that. Let's merge those layers, and we can drop the opacity just a bit so we can keep the flow but still see the sword nicely. These are smears. What do we got here? That's our I don't know. We find sketch. What is this? This was the posing sketch. We don't need that at all, actually. Ah, that's our Ling color. This must be Ling's hair. Yep. Let's see, that's our dragon. And that's our background. Cool. And I'm going to throw all that into one layer and throw the, not layer, but folder, so I know what I'm working with. Okay. All right, let's get Ling painted up nicely. Let's start with that face, get in that face, and get this looking good. So we have spent enough time, more than enough time, noodling about doing things unrelated to making Ling herself good. But I think the overall piece will actually look pretty fantastic by the end of this. All right, let's shape this a bit. We can kind of block those in. It's been going for about an hour, and we actually have a really nice composition going. Like Ling's, when I zoom out on this, Ling stands out so nicely. It's beautiful. I love it. Oh. All right, let's get in here and we can start shaping in some of these a bit cleaner. Yay. Let's see. 100 below. Yeah, that's probably good. Let's see. She's got a one very pale strand of hair right in here. We'll use our sharp brush here, sharp inking brush. We can kind of start drawing in more of the outlines of the hair. I don't like doing it this way. Just want to draw right on the skin, yeah. We'll manually outline this stuff. It's nice to get the auto outlines for some stuff. Sometimes you just really need the artist to do the lining. Not that I'm better at it than the computer, but I like to pretend I am. Alright, let's grab like this and start getting some eyes in here. Might be putting that too low, but I don't know. Where would that center be? There? Yeah, I'm putting that too low. Yeah, yeah. Let's actually give me a slight rotation so I can have the head upright while I paint, because we got some sagging eye going on. Sag eye. Got a really bad case of sag eye here. Alright. Teeth. Come on. Wow. What? Oh. The sketches. There we go. I was like, why is this not doing the thing? Sketch layer was in the way. Let's see, I think I need to fade this sketch layer even more. Like, it needs to be almost imperceptible. Let's create a quick clipping mask so I can add a little bit of hue shift to the face. So a little bit of hue shift. Just a touch, and we'll fade that a lot. Like that. There we go. I can merge that down. Let's see, she wears some kind of like reddish eyeliner, so we're gonna play that up a bit. We normally put a little bit of red in the eyelashes and around the eyes, but she actually wears some. We can really go at ham on that. Alright, and then she's got those like crazy bright eyes. Some characters do. Let's see. A little highlight in to indicate where the nose is. Sharpen the edges of that. Maybe blend it just a little bit. It came off a little strong. And we can blend those together. Okay, now let's get the whites of the eyes. And we can start wrapping a bit of color. Let's do that same thing we did with the hair, where we create a clipping mask, or with the face, to just get a little bit of hue shift going on. A little bit bluer, a little bit darker. We can just kind of hue shift as we wrap around a little bit. Just adds a little bit of volume to the face, or to the hair and stuff. We'll do the opposite on the other side. Alright, we can drop the opacity on that just a little bit and merge it down. And start drawing the hair in and stuff. All right, let's see. We'll grab a nice yellowish hue here. Man, I am getting some crazy lag on some stuff for some reason. Let's just use this to kind of vaguely block in some that halo. It's probably the layer styles and stuff throwing it off. Let's do that as a hard light, vivid light. What a color dodge and filter. Blur it slightly. Come on. Oh, not that much. Yeah, that'll work. And let's actually bump the saturation up. Yeah. And duplicate. And filter. We can blur this one a bit heavier, maybe. I don't know. I'm trying to figure out how to do. I've never been happy with the way I've done hair highlights, so I keep experimenting, and one day I'll find a way. I'm like, that is how I will do hair highlights from now on. All right, we're just gonna merge those in. Let's see, there should be like an ear here as well, sticking through the hair. Might be a bit far out, actually. Here, maybe? Here's the ear. Let's quickly get a few of those lines in for the hair. We'll come back in with our layer styled hair and stuff to add stray hairs and whatnot in a bit, but we're just trying to get the body of it down right now. Let's see, over here we got the popped collar. just a bit more dark and blue and kind of had just a few kind of hue shift streaks. Help push various layers through the hair that way. Add, shadows to the individual strands that way and whatnot. We can add just a subtle highlight off stuff, some kind of bounce light highlight. Only another subtle highlight near the tip. Top there. A little bit of and the neighbor's dog is just going nuts. I don't know what it's barking at. Let's pull some of these in just to help keep that consistency. We can use them to separate hair strands, etc. More than anything. Alright, I'm going to grab this, the nice dark one, and draw in the body of the curve here. Let's actually do that with this brush. And we'll come in with this. You know what? Let's do this guy on a new layer, because we do need that auto outline this time. Ooh. And we'll kind of fade it a little bit before we... There we go, something like that. That's looking pretty good. Let's quickly set that to that, that to that, and we'll grab this brush again. We'll kind of give a little bit of a shine right here. We can do the opposite to give a little bit of a shadow right here. All right, then I'm going to drop you onto a normal layer. So that we can, right, layer style. Or not layer style, layer opacity. So we can push that behind. Actually, I don't even know if we need the layer opacity adjustment. We'll just merge it down. No, let's do the layer. It's just so we can get rid of the outline where we don't want it right here. And then we can merge down. And we'll use these kind of brights to separate things. Oh, we shouldn't have merged down yet, actually, because we still haven't drawn like the coat or anything beneath it, so we'll leave that up there for now. Until we can get the coat drawn at least. So let's do that. Keep that shape nice and clean there. Cool. Let's grab our touch that outline color just so we can bring that in right here to the pop collar. Let's see. Let's grab a little bit of skin shadow here. Just a very subtle one here, and we'll repeat the same one up here. We'll subsurface a little bit later. We might have honestly gone a bit too heavy with that. We might want more in that range. Let's hide that random hair strand there for a moment. And pull out the collarbones a bit. Use our highlight to pull out the collarbone even more. Let's see. She's got a couple of bright yellow earrings I just noticed, as well as her bright yellow tie, which we have in the sketch. So let's get that yellow tie down. Because that's part of the inner collar thing. We'll just quickly outline that. It doesn't need to be super precise, but we want something there to indicate, oh yeah, this is a separate thing. Like that. That'll work. There's just a little bit of her hair color mixed into things down here. Alright, now we got all that. Let's see. I think we can. Let's use this blue here to kind of just the hair color to just kind of fill in that space. So we don't really need to define exactly where that outline is. Or where the collar separates. Because it's somewhere in there, it's just a little hard to pin down exactly. And I don't feel like doing it. You can use that to just kind of fade away, and there we go. Got a couple little rando shines over there. Let's get kind of a couple bright reflections there. Trim that. See over here, I think I'm going to want to darken that just a bit, push it towards the background. We don't need to really define much on it just because it's so far, it's the back corner of her, and that's not very important. Like it only has to be there for purposes of saying, hey, we got a shoulder over here. Don't pay attention to here. Only has to be there for purposes of not letting people pay attention to it. Okay, if we hide that refined sketch, how's that face and all that looking? The horns could use some love. Let's give it to them. Just to separate them a bit. And they're a fair bit bluer than other stuff, so we'll make sure we pull that in. Maybe not quite that much bluer. They're more in that range, yeah. Even that might be too much. Yeah, that's probably okay. Just a hint of that bright blue to kind of draw the attention there. And then we can use our slightly darker bluish stuff to block in a lot of that. Because again, it's farther, don't need to pay as much attention to it. Like, we actively do not want them the audience paying as much attention to it because it's farther. It also helps keep the illusion of depth going. There we go. Gets that horn looking pretty good. Let's add a little bit more shine to that side of the top there. Cool. The long hair here. Let's make that a bit darker and slightly less saturated and slightly bluer to shove it off behind her as well. That being said, we can use our fancy brush here to go and add just a couple of bright strands mixed in. So it doesn't all look like it's far away or as far away. Little places where the light's getting caught and stuff. All right, and then let me lock that. Grab this. We're gonna do the thing we did where we can just highlight a few mid-strand areas. And shadow a few other mid-strand areas. Honestly, I'm a little disappointed no one showed up today, because this has been a extremely successful painting. I tried a lot of new techniques here, and almost all of them have worked extremely well. So let's straighten her back out. We can jump back in, we can finish the clothing real quick. Let's see here, this will be kind of a light blue that stretches across some various parts of the... Right up here, there's a little bit of light blue right through here. Just being the trim of the shirt. There's, we bring back our refined sketch. There's light blue over on this side, being kind of like the side panel. And we can actually go in and let's hide that again. Add a little bit of shadow there. Let's actually pull that in so we can add shadow through the whole thing. They're both mellows. Both of our marshmallows. Soften that a little bit. There we go. We can add a little bit of blending as well. Here will be caught in shadow as it is shadowed by the coat. Shadowed by the other layer of the coat. There'll be a bunch of shadows through here, so we're just gonna chunk something in, and then we can grab our brighter layers and plop them on top. Something like that, I guess. I don't know. Let's unlock that opacity briefly. There we go. Let's see here. All right, what do we got? There is... Oh, interesting. So that's like a semi-clear thing on this spot. Okay, we're gonna have to fake we're going to have to pretend then. Oh my god, that latency just spiked in, and I'm like, what? Alright, so there's that. Let's give it a nice little hard outline so we can see it. Well, let's go a little harder, actually. There's actually a belt right under the marshmallows here. So we'll pull that through. We can separate that. Since there is a belt, we do need to kind of tuck in a little more. I thought we were going to be a little looser over on this area. I didn't realize there was a belt at first. And that can kind of loosely wrap out to join the outer outline. There we go. Something like that. And we can, actually, give me a moment. We'll lock that. We can then add shadow through this. Gently, more gently than that. We're going to kind of leave a few brush strokes in this area, as the original Ling art actually kind of shadows with fairly hard brush strokes. So we want to keep a little bit of that style going on. At least when it's doing stuff not close to her face. Like in her outer clothing and stuff, the brush strokes get a lot harder. A lot more visible, I should say, I guess. Harder is probably not quite the right word. Let's pull this thigh out. Get those shorts in there. I was about to describe them as Pirate's Treasure Shorts, and I figured YouTube maybe doesn't like that. I don't actually know though. That word might be okay. Let's add a little bit of shadow here as we kind of wrap around. And we can use that to help describe the shape. There is a belt here. We're going to darken it. We'll bring back some of our lighter brown, though, to describe the pattern. There we go. Cut some folds into this. We'll grab a little bit of a highlight color here. I don't want to go too highlighted, but just a little bit. Where we would catch some. And we can put our shadow in here and over here, just to kind of indicate we're wrapping around the outside. Let's see, skin. We had a skin shadow here, a little bit redder, a little bit grayer. We're gonna, I think we'll actually let the legs fade out instead of drawing them all the way to the finish there. And do this kind of the same thing we did with the dragon, just because I'm lazy. And being lazy is a great excuse for a lot of things. Well, I'm lazy and we've already been painting this for 2 hours. So both great excuses for a lot of things. Like we're over time. But this painting's coming along well enough that I think being over time is a little okay. Let's get ooh, that belly button needs to move to here, I think. We need to use the navel to point from the marshmallows to the locomotion limbs, the legs. Yeah, and we'll get some shadow in here. Get that. Get a little bit nice V shadow going on. Get a little stroke of that in there to indicate the absolute pinnacle of it. We are almost done. I want to get some shadow over here for this leg. Oh, I see. That's what's going on. There's the sword down there. Yep. Which we have not painted, like, at all. This is all gonna be sword color there. I need to unlock my opacity for a moment while I do the wrists here. Alright, let's relock that. We can grab our shadow. Come on, why? This canvas might just be a bit big or a bit complicated. There were a lot of layers. Yeah, I'm getting a lot of lag. A lot of latency in between inputs and Photoshop responding here. Just vaguely blocking the hands. We don't need to have the most refined hands in the world for this, I think. button as well down here, vaguely blocking the coat. Let's lock the opacity. We'll start getting some colors through on this stuff. And draw in some shadow for this coat. Just do those brush strokey things that I was talking about earlier. Get some of the other strokes in there. Okay, like that again. Let's see, we're gonna get a little bit of shadow right through here as we kind of describe the shape of the arm through the coat. Like separate the sleeve out sort of deal. Separate the sleeve from the dangling part of the sleeve. Every time I go to change the brush size, it's like... Yeah, it's just... It has taken a while. It is chugging. Now let's use these shadows over here to describe this side as well. We can use the softer ones here. We can pull some of the brighter ones over here so where it's pointing a little bit more towards where we have established our vague light source. It is a pretty vague light source though. Like it is not well established. Which is fine. Sometimes. Not always, but I think this time it'll be fine. Alright, let's very carefully separate the sleeve from the rest of her. There. We can get in here and refine this just a little bit, I think. Okay, let's see. Let's find this edge a little bit too. Those are very rough and chunky. And outline. Okay, let's start putting a bit of subsurface in on some of this. We want more yellow, brighter. Just a little bit. Put on the neck. Alright, and then I want to come over here, shift very red, go right through here with some nice warm reds on the shadow side of that. Might be too dark actually. Want just a little bit more red in that subsurface. There we go. We can separate, pull the gray back in. Let's get a little darker over right here, because that should be more in shadow. Something like that. That'll do. Don't need to worry too much about it, because we're going to be cutting off the leg and just vanishing it into the leaves in but a bit. Let's get this other hand and we'll be almost done. We'll use those darker shadows again, just to kind of keep it pushed off into the background, or we won't need to pay attention to it at all. Or rather, can specifically tell the audience not to pay attention to it at all. So there's going to be a thumb up top. Oh my god, that brush size changing just keeps getting laggier and laggier. We can kind of pull out a little bit of finger, something going on here. Vaguely indicate that there is a fist formed. That being said, that is too bright. Let's dim that a bit. And shape that just a touch. There we go. Close enough. Doesn't have to be great. It's pretty backgroundy. And get a good look at her jug. Ugh, okay, so it's got a tiny top. Okay. I know you're not happy with how much of this layer style stuff I'm doing on this giant canvas. Just pull through there a little bit longer. And since it's in the background, I think I'm going to skip doing a ton of detail on this jug. I was going to draw out the dragon and stuff on it, but I don't think so. Not anymore. Just because we're way over time. Just draw those beads in that wrap around it and are the pull string, and we'll get a little bit of highlight on it, just so it feels round, but not call much attention to it. Okay, sword time. Let's see. Handle is much brighter, big and round. Oop. And also on the same layer as her leg. Here we are. kind of lost where the dragon on that sword was, so we're gonna have to kind of. Oh my god! I got like 6 seconds of lag here between saying, "Hey, I want to change the brush size," and the brush starting to change. And I normally paint with a lot of size changing on my brush, just very reflexively, so it's really bothering me. Alright, let's get a little bit of shadow, just kind of separate that dragon. Give a downside to the sword. I'll add a quick highlight across it. Doesn't need that much attention though. Put a little bit on this little coin here. Okay. Now, let's merge those layers. Add a quick layer masking. And we can fade her leg out into the nonsense of the leaves. To help set her into the background a bit. All right, how'd that come out? Alrighty, like that? Sure. We'll call that good. I think that is actually quite good for 2.5. Oh, actually 2 hours exactly, come to think of it, because I bumped the start time back. All things considered, for a 2-hour painting, that came out incredibly. So, thank you all for coming. I know there's not many of you, but just in case there's anyone lurking there, I do want to say thank you. I do appreciate it. If you've been lurking, don't feel like you need to chat, but you know, you're always welcome to. Anyways, I have been Geary. This has been me, speed painting Ling from Arknights. Her banner's about to drop here in like the next week or so, so, you know, if you're gonna roll for her, I wish you the best of luck. If not, you know, no worries. I know gacha games aren't everyone's cup of tea. Actually, you know, I think I am gonna quickly, before I end it. The eyes are not great. They're just you know, polish that up a little bit. Also, we never merged this hair in, which I just realized. So let's actually merge that in. Why? Both. There. I forgot about that. Yeah, let's merge this in, and we never got back to the eyes, so we're not quite done yet. Not yet. Almost said my goodbyes and thank yous, but we got another 10 minutes, I think. Maybe not 10. Maybe only like 5. But we got to get these eyes looking good. So if the eyes don't look good, is there any point in drawing it? Alright, we'll straighten those up. And straighten this up. Alright, let's get some bright yellowy highlights near the bottom. her eyes can really catch some light. We can kind of blend that a little bit though. Pop into the white. She does have very light eyes. There we go. Let's grab our blue or a darker teal here just to help shadow the eye a bit. Kind of get a little bit more shape in there. Small pupils. We also didn't do any lips or anything. Maybe a cut. I think the mouth is just a little bit over. There. Yeah, we just need to adjust it just slightly. Also, come to think of it, edit. Let's transform warp. We can try and pull that in a bit more into a smile. Because it was supposed to be a smile, it just ended up a bit more serious looking for some reason. I don't know. Size changing thing. Because also when I color sample, it sometimes lags and forces me to try to change sizes instead, which is just as annoying as the size not changing when I ask the size to change. Let's add a little bit of shine right there to the lips. I'm gonna have to figure out why on earth we're getting so much latency in this. Like, it is... I've never seen it this bad. In years of using this, I have never seen it this bad. I think we added too much dark there. Yeah, let's do like that. Anyway, let's get some pink in there. We can kind of do a little bit of lip color. Just a little bit. And a little bit of white to kind of do our reflections. There we go. Shall we do just a touch of shadow for the nose? There we go. Yeah, that kind of helps describe the nose a little bit better. And let's get a bit more highlighting going on in the eyes. Grab like a nice bright orange as well to help reinforce some of the background, as well as bright yellow. Okay. There we go. I had to get that centered there. Not the most elaborate eyes in the world, but I wanted to go back and revisit them real quick. Anyways, like I was saying before, I have been Geary. This has been my show. I have been drawing Ling from Arknights. She has come out quite well today, so I am very satisfied with this painting. I thank you all for joining me. If you've already left, oh well, thank you anyways. Anyway, you all take care, have yourselves a wonderful rest of the day, and I will see you again with another speed painting sometime.